Hello, good morning. I hope all of you can hear us. And okay, let me start with a brief introduction before my colleagues can take over on the actual audit steps and how to conduct audit using the audit manual, which is the program for today. Okay, my name is Sarin K. Prasad. I am part of Intellect Group, which is computerizing these packs using ePack software. And under the implementation of NABARD. The PAC computerization project has started almost an year ago. And sorry, we are back. There was some initial tech glitch there. So again, welcome back. And then we will start off this session with a small introduction on what happened in this computerization process before we actually begin the audit using the audit module. The entire computerization was spaced out over 5 different stages, which was basically the onboarding of various users within the cooperative credit structure. Then there was a first-hand report called FHR, which was used to get the data, which is more like a self-assessment from the PAC CEOs about their books, their readiness for computerization. That was followed by a supervisory assessment using the FHR, which should have in normal course captured the products, the processes, the quality of the account books, and various other things that the supervisors would want to tell us on the customizations required for packs, etc. Unfortunately, that did not go as intended. The next stage was the DCT, data capture tool, which is essentially a tool that was used to capture the legacy data with respect to members of the PAC, such as membership, loans, advances, deposits. Then the institutional data such as borrowings, investments, the non-trading businesses, etc. The legacy data was captured as on the cutoff date given by NABARD as part of the project, which was 31st March 23. Once the legacy data was captured, again using the same data capture tool in a process called pre-migration, the audit balances as on 31st March 23 were fed into this tool, and the balances as per the DCT and the audit balances were compared. The system compares the two balances, and if there were any differences, parking accounts were created for such differences. While parking accounts should have been an exception, because in the normal course we expect the DCT aggregates and the balances as per audit report matching with each other. In several cases it did not happen. So in the audit module we will also tell you as to how to go about verifying the parking accounts. Once the parking accounts were created and the DCT process was completed, the data was migrated onto the platform called ERP, which is basically the NLPS, National Level PACS software. And the shorter form of this is ePacs. The ERP is the system that the PACs will use for their business operations. Currently, this is for record keeping and accounting, but as we go along, there will be a lot of integrations and interfaces attached to these modules, which will enable them to conduct their business operations on the system. So the ERP data, which in all our audit terminology can still be called as a legacy, because up to 31st March data has come from data capture tool into the ERP through a migration process. Then from 1st April 23 onwards, data was captured into ERP from the Daybook. Whatever the transactions that were there in the Daybook, those transactions were recorded into the ERPs, and the 23-24 accounting was done in ERP parallelly with the manual systems. So what we do expect from auditors, perhaps through your respective RCS offices, is the audit of FY 23-24 using NLPS. And that's exactly what this 3-hour audit program is all about. How to conduct audit using NLPS for FY 23-24. And I would like to caution you that, my colleague will take over right now from now for the demonstration of the module, but he is not going to teach you how to audit. He would rather demonstrate to you how to conduct audit using the ERP. So while he keeps talking about the audit module, wherever you have a question and all, you can keep asking your questions on the chat box. Either myself or my colleagues here with me who are there, they can also answer your questions while the demonstration goes on. And at the end of the demonstration, we will have about 20-30 minutes of time left to address your specific questions if there are any. And if there are no, then we will close the session after that. So with that very brief introduction, I will now hand it over to my colleague Mahmood, who will start the demonstration of the audit module. And the first topic, which we all know, is verification of opening balances. Okay. So thank you very much for joining again, and just give me a second for this handover.
So good morning all. So myself, I am Mahmood. I have total 8 years of experience in PACS computation. So today we are going to discuss about audit module, how to perform the audit module in ERP application. So let me start with ERP credentials, how to log in into ERP, what is the procedure, all those things I will explain. So I'm logging with PACS Achieve user ID. So all the editors, you will get the username login IDs as editor login IDs as soon. So before logging into the application, first you have to see that what are the services available in our applications. So Unite ERP provides these many services to all the packs. One is membership, loans, thrift deposit, savings, term deposit, payment, pigmy deposit, lockers. All these modules are available for all the packs. So first the auditor should log into the ERP application. First verify the opening trial balance, whether the last year closing balances is tallying with the current year opening balance of the software. Means you have to verify with the last year balance sheet report, what are the closing balances available. Those should be tally with the current year opening balances of the application. So for that you have to go into audit. In audit you have the audit option. So they select the financial year of the 23-24 and click on view. So going to section 8, you have the reports, opening trial balance before day, and all those reports you have in section 8. So from section 8, you have to select the opening trial balance. This is the report you have to first verify whether the openings are tallied with the last year balance sheet or not. So click on opening trial balance. Select the opening trial balance here and your date should be 1/4/2023 or 1/4/2024, whatever the cutoff date we captured in DCT. So suppose we captured in 31/3/2023, the cutoff date is 31/23. The opening should be the 1/4/2023. Suppose in our packs the cutoff date is 31/3/2024, then the opening trial balance should be 1/4/2024. You have to report the opening trial balance report. So now I am selecting here 1/4/2024 and click on view. So this is the opening trial balance report of the packs. You have to verify whether the assets and liabilities both are tallied or not. You have to see, scroll down. The difference is there between assets and liabilities 7,93,664.66 rupees. So you have to first verify the last year the balance sheet report should be tally with the current year opening trial balance of the software. Then only you go for the audit. How to perform the audit? First you have to tally this opening trial balance report. What are the differences? You have to park those accounts. Suppose any accounts are not created in application, you just create the application and you update the opening balances of those accounts. So for that, how do we create the opening accounts? So for that, you have to go to the configuration. In configuration, we have the FAS module. In FAS module, click on chart of account. In chart of account, we have the common ledgers here: liability ledger, asset ledger, income and expenditure ledger. For opening trial balance purpose, you have to create the liability accounts in liability ledger and assets accounts in assets ledger. So as per the common accounting system, we captured all the ledgers available in as per the CS norms in liabilities and also assets. So you have to create the what are the accounts in missing as per your existing balance sheet. What are the accounts is not available in this opening trial balance? Those accounts you have to create in other liabilities. Other liabilities, we have different type of accounts here. One is the capital ledger, reserve funds, grants and other funds, deposits, borrowing from DCB, other liabilities, provisions and profit and loss. So as per the DCT, we already captured the member share accounts. Means what are the active accounts are available as per the balance sheet. We already captured in DCT member share accounts as well as member deposit accounts in liability section. The remaining accounts are other liabilities, nothing but sundry creditors, and any other reserve funds and grants assets. What is the society profit? All those accounts you should create in here, and you update the openings of those accounts. And coming to asset section, in DCT we already captured the member loan accounts. The remaining accounts are the borrowings and investments. Also we captured in pre-migration section. The remaining is the fixed assets and other assets, sundry data for others. Any other missing accounts you should enter in here, create the accounts, which ledger you have to create. On that you create your accounts and update the opening balances as per the balance sheet. Then again generate the opening trial balance report. You will see the liability and asset section should be tally here. It should be 00. Then only your opening trial is tallied. Afterwards you start your audit in ERP. For that, we go into the ERP audit module. In audit module, we have the 4 sections. One is the provisions and enterprise accounts and audit and year-end process. So first we are going with the audit section. In this audit section, select the year code, nothing but financial year. Which financial year you want to perform the audit? Select your year code here, 23-24, and click on view. So for that year, all the months will be shown in the left side pane. April, May, June, July, August, September. All the months should be shown here left side pane. Then click on April month, view option. So for that April month, all the transaction details will be updated here. Suppose we recorded transaction on 04/04/2023. What is the opening balance for that day, and what is the receipts we received, and what are the payments we done that day, and finally what is the closing balance for that day. So opening and receipts and payments and closing balance we will be directly seen here. So we have the year option is voucher view option, and one more is the Daybook view option, and also click voucher verification option we also available in this. So first we are going with the voucher verification. So in voucher view, how many vouchers are entered in that day? So all the vouchers we will be seen here if we click on the voucher view. So you have to verify with the manual voucher whatever available in the society. The physical voucher you have to verify with the physical voucher what are the system voucher. All the voucher you have to verify whether the amount is tallied with the physical voucher or not. If any variation and any difference you find in the physical voucher with the system vouchers, you directly coming to this voucher verification view, click here and record your comments about against that voucher. Suppose the 1,50,000 voucher is the incorrect voucher. You want to update your comments here. So directly go down and give your comments here. Suppose you want to verify after the some time, verification is required. Verification is required is my comment. Give your comments and save it. So like that, you find any differences with the physical vouchers and physical voucher with the system vouchers, you would directly give your feedback or your comments in the voucher verification section. Just click on here and update your comment and save it. So it will be automatically saving the defect sheet. After completion of the audit, you just sit with your secretary of the society and discuss on the defect sheet, whether the defects are any adjustment entries or any correction in the application. You directly perform the correction entries by using the other transfer screen here. So like that, you have to verify all the months of financial year: April, May, June, July, August, September. So you just click on here, it automatically shows that month daybook details here. So it is updated the May month daybook details here. You just check with your manual daybook what is the opening balance for this day and how much receipt we received and what is the payment for this day and what are the closing balances. So like that, you have verify with your manual daybook, or you directly take the printout of the system daybook of 15 days, like you spiral binding with the 1 month daybook, and you verify with the manual daybook with and system daybook. All the entries here are updated in the system or captured in the system or correctly or not. You just verify with the system daybook and manual daybook. Afterwards, you verify with the system vouchers and manual vouchers, and afterwards you find any changes or any identification there in that voucher, you directly go for the voucher verification screen and just click on here, update your comments there. So like that, this is the first section of the daybook section. In daybook section, you have to verify the system daybook with the manual daybook. Afterwards, you verify the system generated voucher with the manual vouchers, and you find that any identification of the voucher or incorrect details, you just go to the voucher verification, and voucher verification, you give your comments over there against those vouchers. So this is the first section of the daybook. And also we have the option to verify with the daybook to GL. So first I generate the daybook of 15 months. So 15 days of the daybook first. Let's show you how to generate the daybook. So for that, in FAS we have the option is daybook. Select account wise. You have the multiple option over there: account wise, ledger wise, subsidy daybook, before post. So I'm going with the account wise selection. From date is 1/4/2024 to I'm selecting up to 14 days. Okay, someone commented about how to verify the opening trial balance of the system. So for that, you have to generate the opening trial balance report of the system. So it is available in audit section, and also it is available in FAS reports. In FAS reports, you click on opening trial balance. Select the daybook days opening trial balance, and your from date is 1/4/2024. Why 1/4/2024? Suppose I am performing the audit. Suppose financial year 23-24, my opening date is 1/4/2023. Suppose I am performing audit for the financial year 24-25, my opening is 1/4/2024. So you have to verify whether the last year balance sheet, manually generated balance sheet with tallying with the current ERP 1/4/2024 opening trial balances. So for that, you just give your opening date of the ERP 1/4/2024. I'm giving here. Just click on view. So this is the opening trial balance generated in the system. So we will see here assets and liability available in this system. In asset section, we have in liability section, we have the capital, deposits, investments in the asset section, trading closing balances, cash and bank balances, loans and advances, profit and loss account, reserve funds, grants and other funds, provisions, other assets, borrowings from DCB, other liabilities. These are the accounts we already captured in the ERP. But we are seeing here the difference between the asset and liability is 7 lakh rupees is difference amount is there. So means we are missing some more accounts in assets and liability section. Those accounts you need to identify with your manual balance sheet, which are the account is we not created in the ERP. Just you create by using the chart of account in the ERP. For that you go into this configuration section. We call this configuration section. In configuration section we have the option is FAS. In FAS you can see the chart of account. From chart of account you will create the missed accounts as per your manual balance sheet, which are the accounts are missed to create in the ERP. Those accounts you create directly here in other liability section or whatever section. These are the ledgers we have in liabilities. In liability we have these type of ledgers: capital, reserve funds and grants, deposit, borrowings and other liabilities provisions. So which are the accounts you missed in the ERP? It's a liability section or it is whether it's asset section. You just create your opening, means you create the accounts over that ledgers and update your opening balances for that account. Then you will see that after the creation of the missing accounts in ERP, the system will be automatically update your opening balances. Here you just see what are the if any other difference is there, you just check with your manual balance sheet. If there is no difference, means your opening trial balance is tallied with your manual balance sheet report. Then you go for the Daybook section and audit section. After the tallying of the opening trial balance, you start with your audit work. So first you just download your Daybook. 15 means in system we have the up to 15 days only. So you generate your Daybook 15 days like that, up to total 1 year Daybook you generate from the system and download and take the printout 15 days, and afterwards the Daybook should be verified with your manual Daybook whether all the entries will be captured in system or not. You first verify with your manual Daybook all the entries captured in ERP or not. Yeah, I will show you a 15 days Daybook. So for that we going to the FAS. FAS we have the option is scroll book or Daybook. Click on Daybook. Select account wise. From date is 1/4/2023. Suppose my financial year is 23/24. So I am giving here my month is 04, date is 01/23 and month is 4 and date is 14/23. So click on view. So Daybook will be generated like this. You can see in the Daybook we have the voucher numbers here. What is the transaction date recorded in system, voucher numbers, and what are the particulars, means in which ledger we capture the accounts or transactions of the day, and what is your receipts and what are the payments, either the cash voucher or transfer voucher. All the information you will see on the Daybook. So like that, I generated only for the 14 days. So it is the 4th of April and 6th of April and 12th of April and like that 13th of April. Like that you have to generate all the financial year of the 23/24 financial year Daybook. Generate 15 days wise and take a printout and do a spiral binding of monthly, April month, May month, June month. Like that you have to prepare the spiral binding of the system generated Daybook, and system generated Daybook will tally with the manual Daybook. You just cross verify whether the manual Daybook vouchers are captured in system or not. You have to first identify, you have any identification, you have any miss as per the manual Daybook, you just enter those missing transactions in opening other transfer screen we have in the 31.3, you just enter those opening vouchers, and afterwards you verify with the what the system generated voucher wise report and manual vouchers you should verify. For example, these are the vouchers we captured on 04/04/2023. This is voucher number 2. You just verify with the physical vouchers. Physical vouchers. The voucher number 2, the receipt amount is 1,50,000. It is a cash voucher, like so the debit should be debited on the cash in hand. And coming to the voucher number 1, it is also cash voucher. It is credited 1,50,000 and debited to cash and account. Means it is a double accounting system. Once you create any cash voucher or transfer voucher, system automatically perform. So in cash voucher, system automatically select the debit. Suppose you are going to credit any voucher in system, system automatically select the debit on cash and hand. You are going to do any payment in cash in system, system automatically select the credit section of the section, system automatically select. Coming to transfer voucher, we have to select the what is the credit and what is the debit. For that you have to generate the batch ID for to tally the credit and debit section of the voucher. So we in system we have the module and non-modules. So these are the services we are giving to the societies. In that we have membership and loans, thrift deposit, savings, term deposit, pigmy deposit. In this model, the customers means the society customers will come into the society and they will perform the share transaction and share deposit, loan collection and loan disbursement, and thrift deposit and thrift withdrawal, saving deposit and saving withdrawal. Means here the member is performing the transactions. That's why we are called these are the module entries. These are service we called as modules. Coming to FAS, here what happened, the society will perform the transactions, mean the society have the fund in the society. That fund society using to pay the borrowings of the society, and society using to investment in commercial banks or DCCP banks. So those are called non-module entries. Means here the packs doing the transactions we are calling as a non-modules. The member is doing in the society the transaction we are called as a module entries. So like that. So coming to Daybook view, this is the Daybook view of the 04/04/2023, and you just verify with the Daybook with the GL. Going to FAS, reports, general ledger. So we captured current account entries in on 04/04/2023, means in April month we captured current account entries. So we have the 3 vouchers. You just verify with the Daybook and general ledger. Yeah, someone commented that the voucher numbers are showing incorrectly, means it's a sequence is not showing 1, 2, 3 like that. It is a testing environment. That's why it is showing like this. So coming to GL, it is a current account. We captured entries on this 04/04. Current account with DCCB. So in general ledger, we have the option is a type of view headwise we can view, day wise, voucher wise. So I'm going for with day wise view here. I'm generating from date is 1/4/2023 to 15/4/2023. Just click on view. So no, you can see here in this current account, it is a general ledger view. The opening balance is this much and debited is 29,000 and 1,50,000 is the credit amount. The final closing is 2,52,000. You just verify this debit and credit amount with your Daybook. So in this receipt section, you can see here we received 1,50,000 for this account. So you can see in general ledger also the 1,50,000 rupees is credited to this account, and debited this account is 29,000 on this day. The same you verify with your general ledger, 29,000 is debited. These are the closing for this account on 04/04/23. Like that, you have to verify all your Daybook entries with your GL. So suppose going to other day, it is also current account. So you can see here we have the transaction on the non-credit business, sale of fertilizer. Same thing, you go into the general ledger, click on trade income. It is a section of sale of fertilizer. Going to the sale of fertilizer, take day wise view. Sale of fertilizer. Okay, sale of fertilizer. Yes. Yeah, you can see here on 13/4 we sold 4,264 rupees amount. So same thing, you just verify with your manual, your system Daybook is the sale of fertilizer. Sale of fertilizer nothing but sale of urea is 4,264 rupees and sale of DAP is 4,050 rupees. So sale of urea is 4,264 rupees. So like that, you have to verify with your general ledger and Daybook as well, and also you verify with your physical sale register, stock valuation, purchase register. Like that, you have to verify, cross verify whether the we captured those are the entries in the system, whether it is correct or not. You cross verify with the physical record and as well as system records. In system, you just first verify with the Daybook with the GL, system Daybook with the manual Daybook, system vouchers with manual vouchers, system vouchers with manual vouchers, system Daybook with the system GL, and also the non-credit business you verify with the system Daybook with system DL and system stock register, like the we have the stock register, sale register, purchase registers. Those registers you should verify with your manual registers like manual stock register, manual purchase register, manual sale register. So in audit module, in section 1, we have the Daybook option. In Daybook option, we just select the our financial year and click on view. In the left side pane, system automatically shows the all the year months Daybook here, April month, May month, June month. You just click on view, system automatically update the April month Daybook in this pane. You verify with the system generated voucher with the physical voucher, system Daybook with manual Daybook, and also you identified any variations with the physical voucher in the system voucher. You just click on this voucher verification screen, click here and record your comments on it. Record here, comment on it. System, it will be pushed into the pending stage. After completion of total voucher verification of the financial year, system will be generate this pending listing as a defect sheet. Just sit with your secretary and discuss on this pending vouchers, means what are the incorrect is there in that voucher. You just discuss with your secretary, and if it is a wrong entries, you just correct it, and it is a deletion entry, you just delete your end only. Why? Because in normal mode we don't have, sorry, in parallel mode the deletion is option is available. Coming to normal mode, we don't have any deletion option. So coming to section 2, we have the liabilities here. In liability system will show the all the liability accounts here, liability ledgers here. One is the paid up capital individual, capital reserve funds, recurring deposit, thrift deposit. So all the ledgers available in liability system will show here. You just click on the paid up capital individual. It will generate the day-wise transactions of the paid up capital individual. So coming to 17 for 2023, it is 800 rupees credit on GL. You same thing verify with the your system generated daybook and physical daybook whether this date is you captured 800 rupees or not. So for that you generate the system daybook on 17/4. So it is a 17/4 day book. Here you can see here paid up capital individual section. In this section, we have the cash entries of 200 rupees and transfer entries 600 rupees. So total amount is 800 rupees of this day. We performed receipt entries. So same thing you just verify with your GL paid up capital individual on 17/4 we received 800 rupees credit, and same thing in with daybook also we can see here the paid up capital individual is 800 rupees of the receipt, means share deposit is 800 rupees of this day. So like that you have to verify all these days of the paid up capital individual with the your system generated daybook as well as manual daybook as well as manual vouchers and system vouchers. So this need to be verify with cross verify with the all the system vouchers, system daybook, system GL head of accounts with your physical records, whether the ledgers or whether daybook or physical vouchers. So like that you can generate the all the liability head of accounts here, capital reserve funds, recurring deposit, thrift deposit, other all the sections you can generate. So after coming to the next session, we have the income section in next. So income nothing but society receiving the income from the sources like KCC loans. We are giving to KCC loans to farmers. They will pay the interest. It is one of the income of the society. So interest in KCC loan, interest received on KCC animal husband. It is the one more product of the KCC. Dividend income, the society investment at share capital amount in DCB or commercial banks. They received a dividend on the share. That is also one of the income of the society. Interest received on term deposit with DCB or SCB other than zero fund means system means the societies are invested FD or RD in DCB banks. So on that we are receiving the interest. It is also income of the society. Like that all the income accounts are available here. You just verify with your physical voucher and a system daybook and system vouchers and system GL. So just click on this interest on KCC loans. So it will show you the day-wise transactions of the KCC loan account. It's a interest on KCC loan account. So on 17/4 we received 19,676 rupees. Same you verify with the system daybook. On 17/4 2023 we have the section is interest on KCC loans. On that we received 19,676. So like that you have to verify with your daybook and your GL and your physical voucher and your manual voucher, physical daybook and also manual daybook. And also you can check that whether the system the showing the interest amount is correct or not. You physically calculate with the manual accounts, those are you have in this society. Physically check with the manual ledgers, the manually how much is interest showing and system is how much interest is showing. Just cross verify whether the system is showing is correct values or not. Whether system is showing wrong values means your interest policy is wrong. You need to change your interest policy, then only system will show the correct interest details. So this is about the income section. Coming to sales, we have the sales. Sales nothing but it's a non-credit business. Non-credit business, we have the merchandise business, we have the PDS business, consumer pump business, procurement business, like that in societies performing different type businesses. So those sale accounts, those business accounts will be shown here in the screen. You just go with the sale of urea. So click on sale of urea. It is a GL view. So on 13/4/2023, we sold 4,264 rupees. So same thing you verify with your manual daybook or system daybook. So on the 13/4/2023, this is a daybook view. The sale of urea is 16 bags we sold. The amount for one bag is 266.50 rupees. So total amount is 4,264 rupees. So same thing you verify with your manual reports. Manual reports nothing but merchandise report. In merchandise we have the stock register, sale register, purchase register, stock valuation. So here what happened, I sold some quantity of sale of urea. So same I verify with our sale register. Click on sale register, select the go down, or you can select the all also. Give the your from date and to date here. The from date is 13/4 and to date also 25/4/23. Category wise, the report format should be category wise. Click on view. So on 13/4/2023, we have the one sale voucher. In that we have the different items. One is the DAP, another is the urea and SSP. These are the three items we sold on 13/4/2023. So this is the model view. Model view nothing but sale register. This sale register you should verify with your physical sale register, and these details will be updated in the GL. In this GL on 13/4 4,264 is the sale of urea. In the sale register also you can see that the 13/4/2023 urea is one bag, the quantity is 16 and the rate of for one bag is 266.50 rupees. The total amount is the 4,264 rupees. So you cross verify with the system sale register, system GL and system daybook. Same thing you verify with your physical sale register, physical stock register, physical stock valuation report, physical vouchers. Audit. Coming to sale section, we can see the one more sale of DAP. One more item here, sale of DAP. Sale of DAP on 13/4 we sold 4,050 rupees. So my sale register showing that 4,050 rupees and my daybook also showing it 4,050 rupees. Means in the system you perform one entry in any module on a FS entry or whether it is a module entry, system automatically update the entry into GL, daybook and also module. Means you create one entry in one module, it automatically updates in daybook and also GL. So that's why you need to verify with your daybook and your GL and also your module. So someone commented is what are the services available in software? So we have these many services available for packs. The model like is membership model, loan model, thrift deposit, saving, term deposit, pygmy deposits. So these are the models we are available in the application. So in this model, the members are doing the transactions. One is the membership. In membership, we can say that the member doing the transaction of share deposit and share withdrawal. Coming to loan section, the members are doing here loan disbursement and loan collections. And the thrift is a one of the amanat it is. In that thrift deposit and thrift withdrawal doing. And also coming to saving deposits. Saving deposit, in saving deposit we perform the saving deposit and saving withdrawal. So these are the all the services we available in our application. In one screen you can see that all the services. In the dashboard screen we have here is configuration scene. In configuration we have the multiple module parameters and multiple parameter setups. Suppose you want to perform anything in the application, you just create the first. Coming to loan section, for example, in loan section we have the scale of finance, unit cost, product purpose mapping. Suppose you want to add any purposes to your products, you just go to this product purpose mapping screen and you add your purposes to your products. And also we have interest policy here. You want to do any transaction on this ERP, you just check with your interest policy. Based on the interest policy only, your interest should come properly. Team, do you have any doubts? Please raise your comments if you have any questions on it. Team, you have any doubts? If you're not following with me, just update your queries on chat box. We will answer you. So this is the interest policy screen. You just add your interest policy here. Suppose you want to perform any transaction in loan section, you check your interest policy and your scale of finance. Suppose you want to go with the unit cost, means giving any MT loan, LD loan, check with your unit cost is updated or not. And we have the multiple parameters in the all the sections of the loans and FAs. You just go through the parameters based on your society requirement, update your parameters and do the transaction in the ERP. And you can see here we have the alert section here. In alert section you can see that the society cash in hand, means on that day, suppose I logged into 1/4/2024, on that day society have this much cash in hand, and society created 2 vouchers here. Those vouchers are not posted, just created the vouchers. And you also see you can see that term deposit, means in the financial year the maturity will be occurred in 10 days of the deposit will be show here. And what is the non-credit business stock details will be show here, and investment details. This is a notification. Suppose you want to notify anything here, we will notify here. Our system, this ERP will migrate with ERP with integrate with the DCB software. You automatically see the notifications here. And also we have favorite option. Favorite option we use for the, suppose in your packs you have the multiple transaction in a day on saving deposit, on term deposit, on loans. You directly add your favorite transaction screens here. You directly navigate into those transaction screens and you perform transactions easily. So it is the services and facilities we have provided in your pack software. So it is about the dashboard of the ERP application. Coming to audit section, we already seen about the daybook and liabilities and income and also sales. Do you have any questions on it? Please raise your comments on chat box. We will answer your questions. Need dedicate login ID and password. Yes. We will provide the login IDs for the auditors and also passwords also. Yes, we already given user manual to NABARD. You just coordinate with the NABARD and you get the user manual. We already shared user manual and English and Hindi languages. You check with the NABARD and get your user manuals. Yeah, one more question is there here. The societies are using is another software. So how to verify with means they don't have any physical daybook and physical ledgers there. So you just generate that system GL and daybook and vouchers, all those details, and cross verify with our application. Yeah, login IDs are already available. It will be share you. Demo software for address is required. Please upload this video for the future reference. Yeah, we will share the URL of this video. Can you provide demo software need? Please upload this video for future reference. Please clarify once again module account and not, yeah. So modules are nothing but Membership is a one of the model. Loans is a one of model. Why we are calling it is model? In members mean the society customers doing transactions in share deposit and share withdrawal. Means here the customers coming to society and they are giving such amount in share deposit and they are taking amount in share withdrawal. So it is called module. Here also loans is the one of the model. Why we are called model here also the farmers coming to society and they're taking the loan from these packs and they are repaying the loan amount back to the packs. So means here the transactions are performing by the customers and farmers. So it should be called as a module. Coming to an FAS means what happens here, the society have the some fund in society, the society paying to their borrowings to DCCB and society paying any expenditure, society paying any investment amount in the banks. So it is means here society performing the transactions. There is no involvement of customers and farmers here in this transaction. So that's why the society performing the transaction with the banks or with the other packs, any other expenditures, any other income. So those are coming to the non-model entries. Those entries are performed by the farmer in society. That entries were called as a model entries. So membership is the one of the model, loan is the one of the model, saving deposit is one of the model, thrift deposit is one of the model. Means here the farmers are doing the transaction in this application. Coming to FAS, the packs and society perform the transaction. There is no involvement of the farmers and customers. That's why we are called as a non-model. This is the non-model and it is a model. I hope you understand the what is the model and non-model. Yeah, packs will be maintain the manual book compulsory. Why? Because we started ERP transaction in from this year onwards only. So that's why packs will be maintained up to 2 to 3 years. They will maintain the manual ledgers and manual daybooks to cross verify whether the system generated transactions is tallying with the manual books or not. The system showing the interest amount also tallying with the manual ledgers or not. That need to be cross check. That's why packs should be maintain the manual ledgers and manual daybook compulsory for up to 1 to 2 years. It should be compulsory. Okay, I hope you understand the what is the model and non-model. So I'm going back to the audit model. So in audit model, you just select your financial year here, click on view. So it is a daybook section. In daybook section, you have to verify with your fiscal voucher, with system voucher and system daybook with the manual daybook. You identified any variation with the manual voucher and fiscal voucher that should be updated on the comments over the voucher. And coming to the liability section, we already discussed in liability, we have the liability head of accounts. On that accounts, you generate the report. The report should be generated like this, GL wise, head wise report will be generated. The day wise entries will be there here. You cross verify with your manual daybook and system daybook whether the transactions recorded in the system it is updating properly or not in GL. Those things you need to verify. And coming to the income section, we have the different type of incomes. Interest on KCC loans, interest received from the KCC and interest received from the term deposit, saving bank interest, society investing saving deposit in banks. The banks will be giving the interest to societies. So that is the interest on saving banks. Interest received on risk fund accounts means what are the investment we are doing in banks. For that investments we are getting the incomes and we are giving the loans to members. On that also we are getting the income or interest. So that comes under income ledger. So all those things you have to verify with your manual daybook and manual ledgers and system daybook and system ledgers, system GL. You just cross verify the manually the recorded transaction is captured or not system. If thing you find any variations with the fiscal and system generated daybook or vouchers or GL, you just comment on that voucher. We have the it is a means we need to verify again on that comment on it automatically reflect in the defect sheet. in the defect sheet automatically reflects your comments over here. So like that, you have to verify all the sections of audit. One is the daybook and liabilities, income and sales. And coming to the one more section is audit. So assets, we have the one is the cash in hand. How much cash in hand in the day 1 for 2023? What is the receipt? What is the credit and what are the debit? You just verify with your daybook. So it is 4 for 2023 cash in hand. We have the opening balance of 24,245 rupees on day of 04/04/23. You check with your daybook. The opening balance of the daybook showing is 24,245 rupees. Same thing is showing in your jail also. And you debited 1,50,000 rupees and you credited 29,000 rupees. Same thing you verify with your daybook. On that day, you debited 1,50,000 rupees and you credited 29,000 rupees. Finally, the closing balance of the on that day is 1,45,245 rupees. Same thing in jail, you need to verify whether the closing balance is tallying with or not with your daybook. 1,45,245 rupees. So like that, you have to verify all the head of accounts of the daybook, liabilities, income, sales, assets, expenditure, and purchase. Coming to expenditure, we have the different type of expenditure. We can say that one is the society expenditure, means the society packs taking their salaries or their maintenance expenditure, the rent, all those things coming to the expenditure. Interest paid on SB deposits, borrowing on KCC loans. These are the expenditure accounts, the society doing the expenditure. So same thing you need to verify with your daybook. Click on this general ledger view. Directly you click on salary paid to stop. So on 17/4, the society paid 39,500 rupees salary to their staff. So same thing you verify with your daybook. On 17/4. So 17/4, we can see that here the particular is salary and allowances. It's a voucher number 50 and 51. He paid 39,500 rupees to their staff. So same thing you verify with your GL. Like that, you verify all the ledger accounts available in the software: liability, assets, income, expenditure, purchases, sales. All the head of ledgers you can verify with your physical daybook and also system generated daybook, physical voucher, and also manual system vouchers. Yeah, here one more comment is some banks are not maintaining physical books as their own software, so you are suggesting them to have continue that software for 2 to 3 years. We are not suggesting. Okay. If they are maintaining manually daybook or manually ledgers, then only they will maintain up to 2 to 3 years. But they already have the software, no need to maintain all those things. Yes, manual copy we already shared to NABARD officials. You just check with the NABARD officials. They will provide you the manual document of this audit module. We have the this manual in English and also Hindi also. So what are the language convenient? You just check with your NABARD officials and you get the software manuals from them. So we will take 5 minutes break. After 5 minutes, we'll come back again. Welcome back to audit session. So coming to audit module. We already discussed about daybook section and liabilities, income, sales. Coming to assets. So asset section, we have the multiple ledger accounts here. One is the cash in hand, the society saving account, society current accounts, and society funds, society investments, society loans to members. So all this will comes under assets module. So when it comes to assets, we have the different module in assets. So coming to dashboard, loan is the one of the asset, and this assets also one of the assets, and investments also one of the assets of the society. So coming to assets, we have the asset model here. In asset model, what are the existing assets available in society? You just add your asset details in this model, and for that model you calculate your depreciation. So for that you have to go into the configuration. We have the asset management model here. In this asset management, you select your category. What is the category master? We have the different types of categories in assets. One is the land category, building and building category, building and godowns, furniture and fixtures category, electrical and electronic category, and vehicle category. Means these are the category masters we are available in our application. You just create your category master here, and what are the items you available in your assets. Like in electrical, you have the electrical and electronics, you have the systems, CPU, monitor, and coming to the vehicle, you have the vehicle like tractor, scooter. Those items you create here based on your category master, and what is the rent for these items. And here is the depreciation master is available. Click on depreciation master. You provide your percentages for the depreciation purpose. Suppose building and godowns is the one of the category name. What is the depreciation for building and godowns? We will take the depreciation for 5% for the building and godowns, and also for computer and electric insurance 20%, and furniture and fixtures is 10%, land is 5%, other fixed assets are 20%, vehicle is 20%. Like that you define your depreciation percentage here. For example, building and godown, I am giving 5%. Click on add. Click on add and add one more category, depreciation percentages. Suppose computer and electrical installation item is there. For that we are calculating 20% depreciation. So provide the 20% percentage and save. So like that system will be added the two category masters and their percentage of the depreciation. So you added first here depreciation master. After coming to the asset model, you have the option is calculation of asset. Click on this, you will see the depreciation. In this depreciation, select your category. Suppose you added for building and godown. Select the category. From date is 1/4/2023, means the start date of the ERP is 1/4/2023. The end date of the financial year is 31/3/2024. Select your ledger name. It's a overdue, interest reserve, debt stock, whatever it is. In building godown category, you created the number of items. Those items will be shown here. Select your item here and click on apply rounding and click view. Click view means the system will automatically calculate the depreciation on this item. You already defined 5% for the building and godowns. So 5% depreciation will be calculated on this item. You directly save here. The system will be perform the transaction in Daybook and also updated in the ledger model also. So it is about depreciation, how to perform the depreciation in ERP model. Coming to loans, in assets we have the one more is loan section. In loans, it is a workflow to provide the loans to farmers in ERP application. One is we in practically societies perform the KCC loans and MT loans, LT loans, and other loans like vehicle loans, education loans, home loans, petty loans. These comes under other loans. For KCC loans, first you have to create the farmer register here, register land here. Afterwards, land declaration of the land. Then after limit the credit limit for this declaration land. So first you perform the land declaration, then credit limit, then sanction for that, and also loan disbursement. It is the workflow for the loans. For KCC loans, land declaration, credit limit, sanctions, and disbursement for the workflow of the KCC loan. Coming to any other loans like MT loans, petty loans, LT loan, any other loans, you just create the loan application first, then after sanction that application and disbursement. You can see directly demand here. Also you have the option to check the individual demand and group demand, and also we have the loan collection screen here to collect the loan amount from the farmer. So it is the workflow. It is not required to know you, but But we are saying that the transaction should be recorded by the fax staff only. But you aware of it, what is the workflow of the loans and what is the workflow of the asset management in the software. So that's why we are explaining you the what is the workflow of the KCC loans and MT loans, LT loans and other loans. So it is about loans creation in the ERP application. And coming to the investment model, it is also we called as a asset model only. In investment, we can see that first you need to perform the application, which type of invest you are doing in the society, in your banks, commercial banks or DCC banks. We have the investment or share deposit in the banks and FD deposit, RD deposit. So for that, you first create the application. Whether it is share deposit, you just go for the share purchase. Whether it is the FD or RD, go for the transaction. You received any interest on your investment, you use for the screen to receive your interest from the DCB or any other commercial banks. You want to renew your FD or RD, use this option to renew this. And you want to foreclose or close, use this option. So it is about assets. In assets, we have the loans and fixed assets and investments. So coming to this audit model, so coming to audit model, in asset section, we can see that cash on hand of the society, society current accounts and society saving account, society investments like loans, society investments like FD and RD, any other assets will be come into this asset model. So we already discussed about how to perform the depreciation in the in the software, and we know that how to perform the loans in the software, and also we seen that how to perform the investments like FD and share deposit in banks or commercial banks. So all this we already seen. So like that, you go with the one of account is risk fund account or any other account is. So I'm going with one account. So interest receivable on investment means the society did investment in the DCCB. On that investment, society received the interest. So that entry is performed on 31/3/2024. You just check with the whether the debit and credit amount tallying with your Daybook or not. It is a GL report. You cross verify with your Daybook, and also you cross verify with the physical document like the bank statement. Bank statement nothing but the FD we already created in the DCCB account. So DCCB account, you can see that what is the FD account number and what is the FD maturity date and what is the FD deposit date and rate of interest. All those things you can see that in that FD document. You verify with how much interest will be received from the DCCB or commercial banks. So that entry is performed accurately or not. You just cross check with the physical document of the FD document. So it is about investments. So like that, all the asset accounts you just verify with your Daybook and physical document, and whether you find any variation with the physical document, you just record your defects on that voucher verification screen. Coming to next session, it's a expenditure. In expenditure, we can say that the society paying interest amount to their customers. Suppose the customers are depositing saving account in societies. On that saving deposit, the society paying interest to customers, and the customers are depositing FD in societies and also RD in society. On that also, the PACs are paying their interest to the farmers or customers. And when the one more section is borrowing, interest on borrowings, normal cases means the society is taking from the borrowing from the DCB. On that borrowings also the society paying interest amount to banks. So these are the head of accounts available in this expenditure ledger. You just go through one by one. First is the interest paid on SB deposits. On this, society is paid interest amount to their customers. Means here we are not seeing any record, means the society is not yet performed this entry. And going to other account is borrowing interest on KCC. So on means 26/3/2024, this much interest is paid to the bank. The PACs paid this much interest to the banks, and 31/3 also the societies paid 2,20,725 rupees to the banks. So these entries you physically verify with the bank statement. The bank statement will be provided by the banks. The KCC bank statement will be provided. On that bank statement, you see that how much principal amount and how much interest amount the PACs paid to the bank. So those amounts should be tally with the our system Daybook and system GL. So that need to be verified with the physical document of the bank statement. And the rest of the expenditure accounts available in this expenditure ledger. Go through the all the expenditure accounts with the Daybook and also fiscal document. Coming to next session, it's about purchase nothing but non-credit business. In that non-credit business, society doing multiple businesses like merchandise, PDS or procurement and consumer pumps. Means societies have multiple business in the non-credit businesses. So on that we have the multiple head of accounts in this purchase model. One is the purchase of IFCO Sagarika, purchase of urea, purchase of DAP. It is a GL report. This GL report you verify with your Daybook, and also this GL report you verify with your model reports. Model report nothing but it's a merchandise. Merchandise is one of the model. Here we are recording the purchase and sales of this non-credit business. So for this, login into merchandise. So in merchandise model, we have the option to one is the purchase voucher, purchase return, stock transfer. Means society have the multiple godowns like sale godowns, selling point or purchase point. The stock will be inwarded out from the one godown to another godown. So it is called as stack transfer, and we have the sale voucher and sale return. So and impairments nothing but do you have any damaged stock or expired stock available in packs, that automatically moved into the impairment section. So it will be obviously society expenditure of the stock. So like that we have the sections in merchandise. We have the PDS purchase, PDS sales, PDS, all those things. I have all those things we have in our application. We just perform the purchase entries and sale entries here. You can find the reports also for the merchandise, sale register, purchase register. You cross verify with the sale register whether we perform the transactions are correct or not with the manual and system. Select your go down and select your from date and to date option here. 1/4/2023 to 31/3/2024. Select your category. Select category. So it is a sale register of the 1/4/2023 to 30th/4/2023. Cross verify this invoice details with your Daybook and this invoice details with your physical vouchers and physical sale register. Same thing of the purchase also you will verify with your physical Daybook and physical purchase register. Purchase register. So select the go down one and provide your reporting format category wise. Select from date and to date. From date is 1/4/2023 to 30th/4/2023. So purchases are not available in this date. I'm extending date to 24. Okay. So these are the purchase details we performed from 1/4/2023 to 1/4/2024. So it is a 1 year purchase register. These purchase register will verify with the physical purchase register available in the societies, and same verify with the Daybook, system Daybook and manual Daybook to cross verify whether the physically we have the Daybook transactions all transactions are captured or not in system. So that you need to verify. It is about purchase. It is a non-credit business of purchases. So like this, all the head of accounts available of the purchases, purchase of urea, purchase of DAP, purchase of IPL urea. So all thing you need to verify with your GL and Daybook and also fiscal documents. So coming to next section is the day end section. In date section, we have the before day end reports. Means before day end reports nothing but it is a provisional reports. After verification of all the sections of Daybook, liabilities, income, sales, asset, expenditure, and purchase, you need to verify the receipts and payments. The provisional reports is tallying with your Daybook, with your GL or not. You need to verify your receipts, payments, trial balance, trading account, profit and loss, and balance sheet, appropriation. These are the provisional reports. These provisional report you need to verify with your with your GL whether it is tallying or not. And one more section we have the model reports. In model reports we can see that opening trial balance report at the time of audit, we first verify the opening trial balance report. Afterwards we will check the model and FS report. Suppose you have the GL report and also you have the model report like that, this merchandise sale register, purchase register. In loans you can say that outstanding report, loan outstanding, loan DCB. In membership we can say that share summary report of the member. So these are the we call model reports. So if you have any differences with the FS and model, you just generate this report and you find it. So one person has commented that PAX in West Bengal have paddy procurement business. Is there any model? So we have the procurement model in our application. So I'm going for that to show the PDS model. So coming to dashboard, we have the model name is procurement. So it is for paddy purpose, paddy procurement model. So we have the procurement model here. By click on the procurement, you can see that purchase and purchase voucher. Suppose you are purchasing any procurement item from the farmer. So we have the purchase section here. Click on purchase, select your godown. Purchase from supplier or purchase from member. You need to define which is the correct one. Suppose you are purchasing paddy from the supplier, you select this option. You are purchasing from the member, you select this option, and provide the admission number. System automatically provide the basic information of the farmer here. Okay. If so system will be automatically give the PO number. Suppose you want to edit the PO number as per the society norms, they want to give the PO number. Just you provide your PO number as per the user defined one. So my PO number as per the society is 25, but system is showing 21. So what is the supplier name? Nothing but it is a supplier, nothing but member. We are purchasing paddy from the member. The member name nothing but is a supplier name here. You add your items, which category items you are purchasing from the member. So procurement item you are here, select your item. You're not showing means you are not added any procurement item in the software. That's why it is not showing. So for that you go into this configuration. In configuration we have the procurement. In procurement you need to define the items available in the procurement model. That should be create here and assign, and what are the byproducts. Suppose they are doing any processing, they have in packs, they have the processing units. That time they will use this by item and item byproducts mapping also required to the perform the processing. So once you purchase the item from the farmer, you provide the required information here, how much is the quantity and what is the unit rate for that item. And it is a cash voucher or transfer voucher, means cash or credit voucher. It's a fully paying or partially payment. You need to select the options over here. Any additional charges like that, labor charges, all those things be added here. Add those details and save it. It is about purchase of the procurement. And after the purchasing of the procurement, you need to perform the purchase voucher. So purchase voucher need to be performed after purchasing any goods from the farmer or supplier. So then what happened? The purchase will be recorded here. In the purchase only you have the option to GST calculation. all those charges you can add it here. The commission, it is a commission, it's a FAS entry. For that commission, you just create the account for the commission in chart of account, configuration, FAS, chart of account, create the commission head over there. In commission, it's a one of the income, but we are getting this income from the trading business. Trading business nothing but non-credit business. So that's why you create your commission account in trade income. In system, we already have the commission head in the trading income, and that you create a one account like paddy commission, paddy business or procurement commission, procurement commission. Like that, you create your procurement commission account here and you perform the transactions over there. So for the transaction performing purpose, click on FAS. It is a FAS, means the society is doing the transaction with the farmers or banks or whatever it is. So it is a FAS entry. For that, you go into the prepare voucher section. Here, select the other transfer. Whatever commission you received from the government, whatever it is, select the where you received the commission received from the, suppose it's a one of the ledger. I'm selecting here narration, commission received from the government. What is the commission amount? It is a 5 lakhs rupees or 50,000 rupees you received. So the debit entry should be the commission received from the government, and that commission account amount should be created into the society saving account or society current account. You choose your saving account or current account on debit side. Suppose HDFC Bank is my saving account. So credited to SB account. It is a narration. Means on paddy business or procurement business, you received commission 50,000 rupees. That first, what you have to create the commission account in trade income chart of accounts. Afterwards, you perform the commission entry. In coming to FAS, you have to select the other transfer. In other transfer, select your receipt is the commission receipt from the government, and the payment is adjusted on the society saving account or society current account based on the transaction. Just click on save. It is a commission entry and TDS entry. Like that, you have to perform in software. Purchase should be recorded in this procurement and sale should be recorded in procurement module. But you received any commissions on this business, you just create your account from the chart of account. On the chart of account, you select the income. On that income, trade income is the non-credit business income, trade income. In that, we have the commission ledger. On that commission ledger, you create your account, procurement commission or merchandise commission or any other commissions. You create your account here and afterwards perform the FAS entry by using FAS module and going to the prepare voucher section. In this, take as a other transfer as a your screen to prepare the voucher. Select your credit and debit accounts here, and what is the commission amount you received from the government and where it is be credited to the which account. The account should be debited. That account should be added in the debit section and save the voucher. It is about commission and TDS, all those things you can perform by using FAS other transfer screen. So that is about how to record the transactions about commissions and TDS. All those things you can perform by using this FAS other transfer screen. So after verification of all these before day end reports of the receipts, payments, trial balance, trading account, profit and loss, and balance sheet, you just verify the model reports also, membership share register, statement of account of the individual member, thrift account, statement of account of the SB accounts, saving accounts, paid payables, all these reports you just verify with your GL reports whether the GL amount is tallying or not with this model reports. You just verify with your model and GL reports. And also we have the annexures section here. In annexures we have the different type of annexures. In application we are providing total 25 annexures here. So these annexures nothing but suppose for example in a trial balance, I'm generating on trial balance here. Yes, yes. The one more comment is the societies are doing is more non-PDS business. So you can create your entries in merchandise model. You can create it. So we already discussed about Daybook session and liability and income, sales, assets and expenditure, purchase sections. So before going to day end session, so you already identified any defects. You identified any defects on voucher verification. So that will be automatically shown on the defect sheet. So just click on the defect sheet, select from date and to date here, select to date and from date here. What are the defects you commented on it? It automatically shows here. So based on that vouchers, you want to perform any correction that voucher, you want to perform any adjustment entries over the transaction, you just go to this other transfer screen, click on this other transfer. It will navigate it into other transfers. So here add your adjustment entries. What is the receipt side and what is the payment side? You create your transaction by using this other transfer screen in the audit model. So like that you record your transactions based on the defect sheet or any adjustments as per the bank statement or any missing transactions. The transaction should be recorded by using this other transfer screen. Coming to day end session. So I already told you these are the provisional reports. Before day end reports are provisional reports. Suppose you generate any before day end report here, it will shows the watermark as provisional. So it is a provisional report. Before day end report, we can say that if you generate the provisional reports before day end report, the watermark should be shown here like this, provisional in the report. So just verify with these provisional reports with your daybook and with your physical documents whether the transactions are updated properly or not, or captured or not. You just verify with your physical documents. All this head of accounts, profit and loss, trading income with your sale register, and capital with your society share ledgers, and the deposit with your saving ledgers and fixed deposit ledger. So just verify with your physical document the captured transaction in the ERP that is showing accurate balances or not. You just cross verify with your manual records, and like that all the liability heads and income and also assets and expenditure accounts you just verify. So afterwards we have the annexures. Suppose in this trial balance you can see here, suppose we can see here the provision. In provision sections we have the other provision. For that we have the annexure number 8. So if you generate the annexure number 8 by using this annexures other provisions, select from date to date as per the trial balance, click on view. So what happened in trial balance section, you are seeing that some amount of the other provisions, but coming to these provisions we have the individual accounts of this provision head. So on that we have the 4 accounts. One is the depreciation debt stock and audit fee, provision for employees gratuity fund, provision for earned leave fund. So these are the 4 individual accounts are available in this head of account other provisions. But coming to this trial balance, you are not able to see these four head of accounts. For that we have the annexure section. This annexure section you can see the individual head of accounts of the every ledger. So like that you have to cross verify. Here 3,03,788 is the opening amount in the trial balance. For that you go to this annexure number 8. In that annexure number 8 we have the 4 individual accounts with the opening balance of 52,000, 19,000, 1,48,000 and 83,000. The sum of 4 individual accounts is 3,03,788 rupees. Like that you have to cross verify whether the trial balance amount is shown in this trial balance with the annexures, whether both are matching or not. You need to verify with the trial balance and also annexures. Same with the your manual documents also. So here the debit amount is 19,000 and credit amount is 32,100. Same thing you have to verify with the annexures. So all the annexures you can have available. So here one more is grants and other funds. We have the others. It's annexure number 2. For that we have the opening balance of 16,000, 16 lakhs 17,000. So same you verify with your annexure number 2, grants and other funds. Provide from date and to date of the report. So we have the only one individual account, this annexure capitalization assistant fund. It is as the opening balance of 16 lakh 17,739 rupees. There is no transaction here, debit and credit on this financial year. The same thing you can see trial balance and you can see in annexure also. Like that you have to verify all the annexures. Suppose you have any transaction in your societies, annexure number 1, annexure number 3, 5, 6, 7, all those things, you just verify with your trial balance whether the annexures are matching with your trial balance or not, or matching with your balance sheet or not. You cross verify all those annexures transactions. So someone asked one question is what is this enterprise accounts? Enterprise accounts are nothing but these annexures only. We are giving separate separate screen for that. So in an audit, if you click on this enterprise accounts, it is also annexures only. The annexure section only we are showing in this enterprise sections. And one more section we have here is provisions. Provision nothing but you have to create the provision entries by using these provisions. So one is the adjustment entries on 31/3 March. Nothing but you have any adjustment entries, you have any missed entries in your financial year, you have any corrections. For that you have to create by use this adjustment entries as on 31/3 March. You can create your adjustment entries by using this screen. And also we have the provisions for the share cooperative institutions. So these are the term deposit with DCB representing reverse fund, term deposit with DCB other than reserve fund. These are the provision entries we can perform by using these reports. Sundry debtors, other receivables, depreciation chart, fixed assets, other investments, NPA statement. NPA statement, it should be first you have to create your NPA master by using this configuration. In configuration loans, you have the NPA definition master. You have to provide your NPA categories. So we are defaultly using this standard is 0 to 12 months, substandard is 13 to 26 months, D1, D2, D3 loss asset. So these are the we are using. But in your state you have any variations in the calculation of the NPA master, you just provide your details. We will update according to your details in your application. So it's a 0 to 12 months or 0 to 14 months, whatever it is. Based on your information, we will update this NPA master for your states. We use this provision for the only for the provision entries. Those are the provision on interest payable provisions to members, interest payable to banks, and interest receivable from the members or interest receivable from the banks. Those provision entries we perform by using this provision screen. And enterprise accounts nothing but these are the annexures. As per the trial balance, we have the consolidated values in trial balance. Those consolidation values we can identify what are the individual accounts available in that consolidated values. By using enterprise accounts, we will cross verify the what are the individual accounts available on that consolidation ledger. So it is about enterprise accounts and provision entries and audits. So coming to audit. So In the 8th section, we have the day end section. After verifying all the before day end reports and model and FAS reports, model reports and annexures with your trial balance and balance sheet, you just perform the day end process. For that, you click on this day end option. Day end option, the system will be show the what is the day and date should be here. Show system will show. You just check the what is the opening balance for this day and what is the closing balance, and how much is the receipt and amount and payment amount, how many receipt vouchers are there available and how many payment vouchers are available. You just click on day end, system automatically completes the day end process for this day. Like that, you have to perform all the financial year 365 days. It should be day by day process. You have to click on, after completion of one day you complete second day end, after that third day, fourth day, like that you have to complete all 365 days day end process. It is a daily process. You have to perform every day one time only. After performing this, your system automatically update the your day end balance into the final report screen. Coming to audit, select financial year. So in final reports, after completion of day end, system will update your day end details here. What is your total trial balance asset and what is your trading profit, balance sheet of total assets, balance sheet of total liabilities, current year profit how much, trial balance total liability of current year after day end cash, means after performing your day end on 31/3/2024, what is your closing balance. System will be automatically update. So after completion of day end, system will show the financial reports of 23/24. If you click on this receipt and payment, trial balance, trading account, here you can't see any watermark of the like provisional. These are the final reports. On that you don't see any watermark of the provisional reports, like provisional reports. So after completion of this final report, you just click on next button. You just verify your annexures based on your final report, final trial balance and balance sheet. Afterwards, coming to the section of 11, auditor should verify all those things. After verification of the final reports and annexures, auditor should verify, click on this verified receipt, verified trial balance, verified trading account, verify all the annexures, verified balance sheet, verified profit and loss account. Auditor should click on this and click after that. Auditor should give the audit details. Click on this audit details. Provide the auditor information here, which financial year you are performing the audit and what is your department. It's a cooperative department or CA department. You have to select here what is the class for this society, A class, B class, C class, headquarters of the auditor or chart of account, and what is the name and designation of the auditor. When you start the audit in this pack, when you complete this audit in this pack, audit certificate issue date, you should mention here. You have any physical document, you directly upload by using this add document option and click on save. The details will be saved here. So afterwards, you finish this audit transactions, and after completion of the audit, you complete the year-end process. Why we use the year-end process? After completion of day end and you verify all the trial balance, financial balance sheet, trading account, profit and loss, all the reports you tallied with your annexures. Afterwards, you given your audit details also. Afterwards, you have to complete the year-end process. In this year-end process, what happened? The 31/3 closing balance should be automatically updated to opening balance for the next financial year. So that's why you need to perform the year-end process. Once you complete the year-end process, system won't record any transaction in that year. System will log those financial year data. System won't allow to create any transactions in that financial year, previous financial year. So it is a year-end process. You click on year-end process. You just verify with the current details available here. What is the last day and date and last transaction of the system, financial year. What is the day and date here, and also audit details, verified receipt payment details, opening total assets, opening total liabilities, what are the cash balance of the society, and afterwards you generate the report here and complete click on complete YEP, finish button. System automatically perform the year-end process. System will update the last year closing balance as the current year opening balances, and system will be don't allow any transactions after completion of the YEP process. So it is about audit model, and we already seen about how to perform the audit as a daybook wise, liability wise, and assets wise, income, expenditure, sales and purchase. Afterwards, you need to perform the day end process. In day end before doing day end process, you have to verify your provisional reports with your daybook or physical documents, and the provisional reports with your annexures. After you won't find any variation with your financial reports and annexures, just you complete the day end process. After completion of day end process, again you need to check your final reports, the before day end reports and day end reports are tallying or not. Once you confirm that those reports are tallying, afterwards you finish your YEP job. After completing the YEP job, system won't allow any transactions in that year, previous year, and system will be automatically update the closing balance of the last year balance into the opening balance of the current year. The system will be automatically update as a opening balances. So it is about audit. Do you have any questions on this audit model as of now what we discussed? If you have any questions, please comment on it. We will answer one by one. So someone asked about audit classification. So we have the audit details option. On that, you click on add button, provide your financial year details, provide your audit department details. What is the class of audit? Based on your audit, you will give the based on the audit, you can give the A class, B class, C class of the audit, class of the audit. And afterwards, what is the headquarter details of the auditor, name and designation of the auditor, start date, end date, date of audit certificate issued by the auditor. You have any physical document, just add the physical document and save the audit classification details here. Is there any classification format for packs? Yeah, one more comment we get that are the depreciation rates are given in the software. Yes, you need to define the depreciation rates as per your state. What is the depreciation percentage you are using for the land and building and go down and also electrical and electronic goods and electrical and electronic and furniture and fixtures, vehicles. Based on your state, you will define those percentages against those categories. System automatically calculate the depreciation. Yeah, GST option also be available. So in our application, at the time of creation of the items only, you need to define your GST percentages. Just example, click on add button, select your category here, the item. Suppose you are adding any item here, urea, DAP, whatever it is, one bag, item name, and item CGST and SGST and IGST. You need to define the percentage here at the time of creation of the item only. The system automatically calculate the purchase time. Based on this GST percentage, system will calculate the GST amount in purchase voucher. Yes, auditor should perform the year-end process. After completion of the day end, auditor should verify the final reports and auditor should provide the audit details. Afterwards, auditor should perform the year-end process, or otherwise you can sit with your secretary of the packs, complete that year-end process. Once you complete the year-end process, there is no changes will be allowed to do in that financial year. So that's why auditor should be sit with the secretary and perform this year-end process also. Yes, MIS reports also available in our application. In audit section, enterprise accounts. So you can see here we have the annexure number 22 is the ratio analysis statement, and annexure 23 is the CRR statement also we available, and annexure 24 also gross income and cost management statement, and annexure 25 is the working capital calculation statement. We already available all those annexures as per the common accounting system. Any other questions, any other doubts on this audit module? Please comment your questions. Yeah, someone asked about parking accounts. Yes, we will discuss about parking accounts. So I told you that before doing audit, you have to generate your open trial balance. Suppose you find any difference with your DCT information and your balance sheet. DCT in the sense data capture tool. The legacy data available in society on cutoff date 31/3/24 or 31/3/23, whatever is cutoff date, on that what we captured only member accounts, member active accounts on financial year end date. Suppose member deposit, member share deposit, share withdrawal, member saving deposit, member saving outstanding, member loan outstanding, member FD and member RD outstanding details we captured our DCT capture tool. After that, what happened? We perform the pre-migration stage. In that pre-migration stage, we capture all the balance sheet data of accounts. Balance sheet data of accounts like that: investments, borrowings, non-credit business, fixed assets, asset information, any sundry creditors, sundry debtors, other liabilities, other receivables. All those head of accounts we captured in pre-migration stage. Suppose in that stage only system will be show the differences. Suppose you have the differences in your balance sheet. Suppose in manual ledger we captured in DCT 10 lakhs rupees of the share deposit, share amount. But as per your balance sheet, it is showing as a 15 lakhs or 20 lakhs. Means the difference is 5 lakhs, 3 lakhs, whatever it is, system will automatically show. Once you save that option, system automatically create the parking accounts. The difference with that difference amount. So after completion of your audit, you need to discuss with your RCS department. In the packs we have these much differences in the savings, shares, loans. So we created at the time of URP entry, we created as a parking account. So those accounts we need to perform any transaction in the current year. You need to discuss with your RCS team. Once RCS team suggests on it, we need to nullify or we need to entry against this parking accounts. You need to perform with those entries. That should be you discuss with your RCS department. What about audit report? It is generated by software. Audit report in the sense which report you are asking? We have the financial reports like trial balance, balance sheet, trading account, profit and loss, appropriation report, receipts and payments, and we have the annexures of all the head of accounts. You want any other report? Means audit report. Which type of audit report? The pro forma you are asking, right? The pro forma system won't generate. You need to take manually print out that option. In system we don't have that pro forma. So any other questions? Please comment your comments.
So this is Prasad here again. I've just taken over from my colleague Mohammed. That was a good demonstration that Mohammed has shown all of us as to how to use NLPS audit module to conduct our audit for 23-24. And the discussion on the parking accounts I was following, I thought I will also share some of my views with you on the parking account. Basically, parking accounts are created by the society at the time of migration of the legacy data. Now, why are parking accounts created? You may ask. The parking accounts are created for two reasons, or more than two reasons rather. One, the legacy data as on 31st March 23 as the cutoff date was not migrated completely to ERP. Therefore, the DCT aggregate balances versus the audit report balances for the corresponding account showed a difference, and that difference was carried to parking account. For example, let's say share capital. As per audit report of 31st March 23, the share capital, let's say, had 10 lakhs of rupees, whereas in the migrated data from the manual records or the legacy systems to the NLPS, the aggregate of share capital was only 9,50,000. So this difference of 50,000 was carried to customer's parking account, which is the share capital parking account. Similarly, in other loans and advances, in our deposits, etc., etc. So therefore, when the data was not completely migrated from the manual systems to the ERP, the reason for parking account arises. Number two, what is the other reason? Data is fully migrated, but the amounts were wrong. For example, let's say in a particular member level profile, the share capital outstanding was, let's say, 4,500. Whereas when the data was entered into the system, it was entered as 5,400. So therefore, obviously, there's a difference of 900 rupees there. We call transposition errors. There is a 900 rupees difference there. Or let's say some profiles which are there in the ledger have not been completely entered into the DCT, therefore not migrated to ERP. Therefore, there's a reason for the difference between audit report and the DCT report. Hence, migration account was necessary when the data was migrated to ERP. So these are all some of the reasons why migration accounts got created. So if you, as an auditor, when you look at the opening balances, the opening trial balance itself will show you if at all there were any parking accounts created as on 1/4/2023, coming from the previous years of 31st March 23. These parking accounts will be reflected in the respective parent head. For example, let's say parking account is created under deposits. Under the deposits in trial balance, you will have, if at all there is any parking account, you will have the parking account with that particular title. Let's say SB account, parking account, or fixed deposits cumulative parking account, something like that. So as auditors, I think all the stakeholders like NABARD and regulators like RCS expect you to go slightly deep into those parking accounts to understand why those parking accounts were created. Was the data not completely migrated, or was the data migrated but with lots of errors? Therefore, there was a need for parking accounts, etc. So once you investigate into the reasons for parking accounts, you will have to then look at the corrections necessary for those parking accounts. Let's say that as part of your audit, you found out that a parking account was created because the data was not completely ported to the ERP. Maybe out of 100 profiles, as an example, only some 20 profiles have been left out of the membership or the deposit or loans. And those 20 profiles have been discovered by you as part of your audit process. Now you will have to enter those 20 profiles. Rather, you will not do it. You will have to ask PACS to enter those 20 profiles such that this parking account can be adjusted against those 20 profiles. So these kind of adjustments, these kind of verifications you will have to do on parking accounts, and then give a detailed report to your RCS along with your audit report on what has been done with the parking accounts as part of your audit. Let's say that after verification of all these things, you somehow could not find the reason for parking accounts. You will still give a report to the RCS saying that the reasons for parking accounts were not known. It's very, very important from NABARD and other stakeholders' perspective to very clearly assure the stakeholders, confirm to the stakeholders that the reason for parking accounts are otherwise. Therefore, in that connection, you will have to obviously have a lot of discussion with CEO of the PACS. You may also have to have discussion with system integrators who were the people responsible for migrating the legacy data into the system. So they may give you some clues if there are lots of parking accounts in the PACS that you audit. But investigating into the parking accounts is part of your audit, should be part of your audit scope. This is our sincere request. And somebody else, in the questions and answers session on the chat box, said, what is the use of defect sheet, how we can do that? My colleague has explained to you that, but I can take you through that once again. The defect sheet essentially is, a mechanism for auditors to record their defects in the voucher verifications that you do while you are conducting the audit of various, products in the system, like audit of liabilities, audit of assets, audit of income, audit of expenditure, audit of purchases, audit of sales. Whenever you do that, if you find a defect within a voucher, you will obviously record it in the way my colleague has explained to you. And that will automatically get populated into the defect sheet. Now that defect sheet will become your important source document for you to pass adjustment entries in the books. For example, what you are now seeing on the screen, this is the audit remark for this particular voucher. Let's say that you have some kind of a remark on this particular voucher, which you will record it here. This goes and gets populated into the defect sheet. Therefore, the defect sheet becomes an important source document for you to pass adjustment entries against such vouchers where there are defects. That's one purpose. Now, these defects are now divided into two segments. One, defects. Yeah, this is the defect sheet that you see on the screen. If you all those remarks that you write against vouchers, you can see them on this particular defect sheet. Now, the defect sheet will have two types of, or rather two different categories. One, the defect relating to the module entries, such as the entries in membership, loans, deposits, borrowings, and investments. And defects relating to others, such as PDS, merchandise, stocks, sales, or for example, lockers. So whichever is not part of the module business, the non-modular entry will be another segment. Now, auditors can pass adjustment entries using the adjustment screen we have given in the provision submodule of the audit module, or the other transfers that you are seeing on the screen now. You can use one of them, and you can pass the adjustment entries that you think are right in order to correct the mistakes that you have identified during your audit. However, for the mistakes that you have identified in the modules that we have just mentioned, you will not be able to do the same thing. You will have to get back to NLPS. How do you do that? The best way is you identify all those mistakes relating to these module entries and also attach an adjustment entry sheet along with that. What if you found out some entry was wrong in a membership module or in a loan module or in a deposit module relating to a particular member or some members, you will then also prepare a separate sheet. What should be the correct entry? What should be the right entry given your audit? You will send this defect sheet as well as your adjustment entries to NLPS through the NLPSV ticketing tool that is available with PACS. Now, what will NLPSV do? NLPSV will examine the defects that you have communicated to it. If necessary, they will call you, probably have a discussion if necessary. Otherwise, according to what you wanted in your adjustment entries sheet, they will rectify those vouchers that you found out were defective, and then will inform you. Once the NLPSV rectifies those entries that you found out to be defective from the system end, then obviously those balances will get corrected. So once you hear back from NLPSV that those defects have been rectified, you can go back to those vouchers using your defect sheet again as a source document, see if those entries were corrected or not, in order to satisfy yourself that all defects that you have pointed out have been corrected. In respect of non-module entries, as I mentioned, you can pass the entries through using the screen that you are able to see on your respective systems now. So that is the purpose of the defect sheet, and that's how the defects that you see during your audit process get rectified before you go for day end. And once the day end is over, the year end, then your issuance of audit report. Now on the day end, again, my colleague mentioned to you that it has to be done day by day for the day end process. See, NABARD has given a circular, which you must all know, that the PACS will have to do the day end process compulsorily with the help of its system integrators up to 30th March 24. Which means when you go for an audit, you should see a system where the day end would have already been done by the PACS CEO. If that is not done, then you will have to insist for that kind of a day end, because NABARD has already informed through its circular that all packs will have to do their day end up to 30th March 24. Therefore, you will have to do the day end for 31st March, that's one day after completing your audit, after completing rectification entries for all the defects that you have seen, and also after passing any provisional entries that my colleague has discussed with you. For example, interest receivables, for example, interest payables, for example, expenditure payable, because many of the packs run on cash basis. So therefore, for example, if you look at the salary account in a particular packs, you may find only 11 entries instead of 12. So the March entry may be missing because the March salaries will normally get paid in the month of April. But the system, since works on an accrual basis, NABARD Common Accounting System requires all packs to go on an accrual basis. So this expenditure by month of March has to be accrued. So that accrual entry, the society will have to pass before you commence your audit. Now assuming, let's say that some packs have not done it and you have commenced your audit. There is still no problem. You can ask pack CEO to complete all such accrual entries for the month of March or the expenditure that for which accrual entries have not been passed as on 31st March, and then you can commence the audit. So once all of that is done, you will then commence your audit. Okay, then close the audit in accordance with all the demonstration that we had since 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, now I have a question here that how to make printouts of general ledger of the whole financial year. Yeah, it is possible. I mean, you can open the particular general ledger account and then take a PDF report according to the type you want. And then you can either audit that, you can store it, or you can take it as a kind of your audit evidence back to your audit office. Now you see on the screen that this is one general ledger account that we are showing you, and there's a print icon there. Correct? So all you need to do is to just press the print icon and you will get the print of this entire general ledger. However, we do not advise you to take the print of general ledger because this may run into several pages. So you may rather take the printouts of those general ledger accounts in which you have found out errors or you wanted some kind of rectification entries to be made, so that this will serve as a kind of an evidence in your audit file if any future reference was required or will be required in future from your audit bosses or from any stakeholder in the entire system. Yeah. How can we calculate depreciation in go live mode? Yes. As I mentioned to you earlier in the chat box, as my colleague mentioned to you, depreciation has to be configured in the system. See, master has to be created just as the way as we are showing you. There is a thing called depreciation master. Now the depreciation master, this depreciation master has, different categories of assets. So if you take any particular category and then just provide what is the right rate of depreciation for it in accordance with your regulation. Normally the depreciation rate should correspond to the depreciation rate given by the Income Tax Act. So that is what is expected. So once you configure this depreciation master, the system automatically calculates the depreciation for a particular asset based on this master and then tells you what is the provision required. When I say tells the PAC CEO what is the provision required. The entry will have to be made by the PAC CEO on 31st March. So therefore, posting an entry for depreciation has to be done using what my colleague is taking you through this screen now by the PAC CEO, but the amount of depreciation will be given by the system. So what we do expect from auditors is, on selective basis, just calculate calculate the depreciation manually for yourself and then see what the system has given you and match both. This is just to ensure that system is configured properly so that future errors can be avoided on the system. Yeah. Yeah, we have another question here. Legacy data entry will be done in DCT, both general ledger wise as well as personal ledger wise or not? Yes. Legacy data entry up to 31st March 23 will be done member wise in the DCT and will be migrated to the ERP member wise. It is non-modular entries such as your membership. What are the non-modules, as my colleague mentioned to you? Membership, loans, deposit, investment, borrowings are the modules. Anything other than those 5 in the system are non-modules. Okay, so for those non-module entries, PACs have got 2 options. One, the option that NABARD and VRL suggested is again to do the transaction by transaction entry through the FAS module, right? Through the FAS module using what we call DCT2, which is basically the pre-migration process. In the DCT2, there is a scope for creating masters for even those entries. So therefore, they are expected to create those masters first. After creating those masters, when I say masters, masters for products as well as masters for the general ledger heads. So once they create that, they can pass those legacy entries in the DCT2 before the data for both modules and non-modules can go to the last screen, which is where the balances according to the DCT will get thrown up, and then those balances will be compared against the audit balances, which will be recorded in that particular screen given to the PAC CEO, and the differences, if any, will be shown for the system to create parking accounts. And we have discussed what parking accounts are, how to deal with parking accounts earlier. Okay. Yeah, I guess we have no more questions. We still have some more time left. So therefore, any questions, please show it in the chat box. We can address them. Yeah, there is one question that I think during the discussion stage has come up, that NPA statement and auditor certificate. I don't know what the question was like, but the NPA statement will be generated by the system. NPA statement will be generated by the system, as my colleague has shown. So NPA statement is created by the system itself using the NPA master that will have to be defined to the system based on the NABARD circular on classification of assets. So this NPA system, this NPA report will tell you member-wise the classification of a loan into those 3 or 4 categories as per the NABARD circular. In addition to that, it will also give you a summary of the gross and net NPAs. It will also give you the summary of interest accrued but not due on those assets, which need to be provided by the PAC CEO at the end of the audit period. So NPA is basically a system-based calculation, but we will still, as auditors, we will still encourage you to check that NPA statement which is calculated by the system to make sure 2 things. One, the configuration given to the system to classify as an asset, either as a standard asset or as a doubtful asset, is right. And 2, the system itself is not working. So the idea is that we don't say the system is wrong. The idea of asking you to check is that the configuration, the master creation in the system is right. So therefore, you as an auditors will have to ensure that masters are created correctly in the system. Therefore, the system, when it does an automatic calculation of various entries, is throwing up the correct balances. For example, the screen that you see on your systems now shows the NPAs for this particular PACs for the whole year of 23-24. Not sure whether it's still coming on your system. Let's wait for a couple of seconds because this is a huge report. Yeah, now you can see this is a 32-page report. This is a 32-page report that shows you member-wise classification of an asset. Plus, at the end of this statement, you also have a summary which tells you what are the total provisions for this particular packs that will be required to be passed by the pack CEO, as well as the interest accrued on such assets. So therefore, all you as an auditor will have to do is to make sure that these NPAs are classified. So therefore, you can, on a sample basis, you can check a few entries to make sure that the system has classified them correctly. Yeah. Now, what do we have here? How there may be differences between head of account of GL with the Daybook. I think there's a question from Madhvi that how there may be differences between head of account and GL. I think what probably, ma'am, you're saying is, can there be a difference once a Daybook entry is passed by the system? If that is what your question is, yes, there cannot be any difference because system is not expected to pass wrong entries. So if you pass an entry in a Daybook for 500 rupees or 5,000 rupees debiting or crediting a particular general ledger head, that particular general ledger head in the general ledger will have to have the corresponding debit or credit entry for the same amount. So therefore, there can't be a different entry. But the reason why my colleague may have asked you to trace the entries from Daybook to general ledger is to make sure that system is behaving as it is expected to behave when a voucher is passed. All of you must know that this is the first audit after the migration of manual or legacy data into the new system. So therefore, you are all getting requests to make these additional checks to make sure that you all can assure the stakeholders such as NABARD, RCS and all, the system is configured properly, there is no problem with the system. Yeah. Kindly please discuss about P&L appropriation account. We are trying to show you on that screen. 1 second. Yeah, if you see these enterprise accounts, there is thing called appropriation of profits. Just click. Now, if you give the date for the system, 31st March 24.
Multiple branches.
So then press that view button. If appropriation is already done by the system, you will get that. If appropriation is not done, then you will see a screen like what is being shown on the system now. Reserve fund, capital reserve fund, dividend equalization, etc. with profit amount coming from the profit and loss account. And you will have to, record the percentage of reserve or the provision that you need to create. And once you enter those profits, the amount, the percentages, the amount towards creation of the amount of an appropriation will be shown in the third column, the total. And once this is done and once you are satisfied this appropriation is right, all one needs to do is to press this post button. Once you press this post button, what happens is the system automatically posts a transfer entry, a journal entry as we call, that will create the provisions or the appropriations as required under your respective regulations. Yeah, then the last question is, several information have to be incorporated in your NPA system showed that the auditor can check it, such as date of issue, mode, date of, yes. The NPA statement that you have seen on the system a little while ago has a lot of information in terms of right from date of issue to the amount to the doubtful. So you need to check for a sample of accounts, you need to check the entire value. I don't say value chain, it's basically the entire process chain as to when was the first disbursement occurred, when was the last collection happened, and how many days have passed since the last collection. Therefore, what is the classification of the asset? Has the system classified the asset according to what you have determined or what you have verified? That has to be done. Okay. Then we are talking about what? Whether the manual audit report may be written in regional languages, please explain. Yes, of course. As required under your regulations. If your regulation says that you have to write your audit report in your regional language, yes, of course you have to write. If it says English, you will have to write in English. So it is your practices Therefore, system has not been configured to give you the first 2 pages of your audit report, which you normally write, that you have audited the PAC such and such date, so many resources were employed, and what is your opinion on the accounts of the PACs. What system gives you is the financial statements and the annexures to the financial statements, which can be attached to your audit report. Do the system generate the audit fees? No. Audit fee is an expenditure provision that you have to make based upon your respective requirement, because audit fee can range from PAC to PAC, can range from state to state, district to district, or in some cases it is standardized at the state level. So there are so many practices. So therefore, audit system does not generate the audit fee automatically. You will have to use that expenditure adjustment entry provision, which my colleague has shown you, and you can create a provision for the audit fees. Any provision made for detection of fraud and misappropriation, especially government subsidies. Now, system obviously cannot make any provision to detect a fraud. Frauds are normally detected through verifications, audits, examination, investigation, etc. So that's why we all do the audits. So therefore, system by itself cannot tell you if there's any fraud in any entry. But however, when you look at the system, when you look at various vouchers, various months of Daybook entries, compare it with the source documents, make your own assessment whether the source document is right. So when you do all that audit process, then you will get to know, obviously, if a system, if there is any fraud committed in a particular entry, and accordingly you can take action based on your regulation. How to make entries regarding government subsidies, interest waivers from government. Again, these are all the adjustment entries, if at all you find them at the end of the audit, or if such kind of government subsidies, interest waivers are part of the normal operational exercise of PACs, PAC CEOs will make those entries using the respective modules. Will use the respective modules. So therefore, those entries would have already been made when you go for an audit. System by itself does not make such entries automatically, because that's not possible. Yeah, using what you are getting being demonstrated on the screen, the other transfers. Using the other transfer screen, one can make entries for various dues to or dues by that you normally see in any PACs for those subsidies or interest subventions, etc. If an entry found wrong, how can it be rectified? Okay, as we mentioned, if an entry is found wrong, the best way is reverse that entry first and pass a new entry. Once the day end is complete, let's say the day end, when you have commenced your audit, let's say that particular PACS has completed its day end process in accordance with the NABARD circular up to 30th March, which means the entries, the vouchers cannot be edited, cannot be deleted, nor can be modified. The best way is, as on 31st March, you will have to pass a rectification entry for that. And then when I say rectification entry, you will have to first reverse that old entry and pass a new entry for the correct amount. That is the proper way of doing it. Modifying a voucher that is already posted in the system is not the right way of rectification. Yeah, how to rectify parking account. Now, as we said, while discussing the parking accounts, you will have to investigate those parking accounts as part of your audit. And if you find some reasons, and you find that the vouchers that were missed are the vouchers in which the amounts were entered wrong, therefore parking accounts were either created or not created, then with you will first note down all of that in your defect sheet. You will also make a separate sheet for adjustment entries. And at the end of your audit, that is on the 31st March, you will pass necessary entries rectifying those parking accounts with whatever approvals you need to get in your normal course of audit. Suppose as a sub-auditor, if you have the power to pass a rectification entry, you will. But if you don't have such powers, then obviously you will have to go back to your superiors, get that delegation done in your behalf and then pass the rectification entry. Interest subvention is a regular process. Will it be system generated? Yes. Interest subvention statements are all generated by the system. They are also transmitted to the DCCBs and to the government through DCCBs and STCB structure. And whenever the monies come back, again through the same structure, PAX will pass the necessary entries based upon the receipts from respective stakeholders. System will generate the interest subvention system, which is also available when you go for the audit. You can also audit that interest subvention system. Interest subvention report. Whether PAX can create any head of account as it needs to? Yes, of course. The chart of accounts that you may have seen as being when it was demonstrated by my colleague has got 3 levels of heads. 1, a grandparent, 2, a parent, and 3, a child account. The grandparent account and parent account are as per the common accounting system, which have been created as a default into the system by the software vendor. Those things cannot be corrected. But PAX can create child accounts within a particular parent account or a grandparent account as required by its business operations. Okay, so I think we have no more questions as I see from my chat box here. So I will take your permission to close this session. Thank you very much for having attended this 3 hours and listened to us. And we hope whatever you have demonstrated to you will be very handy when you start auditing the societies where the ERP has been implemented. So thank you so much.